back to my channel. Today we are going to do the chicken Alfredo my way. I like to do it from scratch. I don't like the store-bought chicken Alfredo in a jar. I like to do it totally fresh. And this is the way that you can make it where it's fresh and it tastes great. Some of the ingredients might be a little modified, not totally fresh, because I have the parsley. I should have got totally fresh parsley, but I'm in quarantine, so that's not possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but if you can get out and get the fresh stuff, it really works well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started so we can get on our way and make our chicken Alfredo. Alright guys, the first thing we're gonna do with the chicken Alfredo, let me get my stove ready. I did that last time, I screwed up. Alright. Turn it down. Cook it slow. I like to, because if you don't cook it slow, it's gonna burn. So always wash my hands, of course, before I start. It's just a habit of mine. It's a habit of everybody's, really. So we're gonna get started. So guys, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 4 tablespoons of butter. Four tablespoons of butter. Gonna let it melt a little bit. That's just a little cheese, but I don't want my cheese in there yet. I want it when I want it in there, not when it wants to go in there. That's cheese. Let your butter melt a little bit. The next thing we're going to put in will be the 2 tablespoons of shallots, which would be this. Shallots. Different type of onion, but really strong. It has a really strong taste too, but it's really good in your Alfredo. Okay. Put your onions in. 2 tablespoons of onions, shallots. Let it cook for a bit. It's gonna melt down. See how low I have the fire? Because I don't want it up too high. I don't want to take my time. When I was younger, I used to rush and cook, and oh my God, it was terrible. So the next thing I want to put in is 1 tablespoon of garlic. Normally, I would do the first cloves of garlic, like 8 cloves of garlic, but since I don't eat meat, and it's still gonna taste good. So if you want to do the fresh cloves of garlic, or you can do the minced garlic, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the minced garlic, and that's 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Really got a nice taste. It really does. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. All right, now what's next? We're moving right along here. Now we do need, it's starting to cook here. Keep your mixture going. You got everything to blend. Oh, and by the way, I have to, this pan is called Blue Diamond. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Blue Diamond. My son Maurice bought this for me. He told me I had to mention it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm mentioning the Blue Diamond. Let me just raise it up a little bit. There we go. So what we're doing now is just mixing our mix. He bought this for my birthday yesterday. I'm mixing that up there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add, this is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. But we're only going to do half of it. Just a little bit. Going to save the other half. Got our olive oil. Our mixtures. See, you just want to let it simmer. We're going to add all of our good ingredients in here, but we're going to take our time because we don't want to overpower it all at one time. So the next thing we're going to add is parsley. Like I was saying before, you can do the fresh parsley. It really works better. I mean, but we're going to do the store-bought parsley. Parsley. That is 1 tablespoon of parsley. It's going to be really good. And I like to take my time. Sometimes I take it off the fire because if I don't want to go too fast. If you go too fast, then you can kind of scorch it or, you know, burn it, and then you're not going to be happy about it. And I'm also going to do a fourth of a teaspoon of chicken base. It's better than the bouillon cubes, so you're going to get the chicken base here. Just a fourth. Just a fourth of a teaspoon. That's all you need. Where's my teaspoon? Where are you? I think it's hiding from me. Well, all right. Just gonna do a fourth of a teaspoon. Just a fourth. Gives it a nice flavor, really nice flavor. And again, that is the chicken base. Got it? Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it? Yes, you did. You got it. Okay. Put back on the fire, because you want it to cook slow. You want it to cook slow, 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 slow. Just gonna move that over just a tad bit, because I want you to see everything that I'm doing. See? It's gonna be really good. We're gonna let that simmer a little bit. We do have our portobello mushrooms. I'm just gonna go everything that we're using. We are gonna add a fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper. Fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper. Let's turn it down because we want it to cook slow, really slow. I do. Especially my spices, I do. I want them to cook really slow. Now the next thing we're going to add in here is going to be some thyme leaves. Some thyme leaves. And I'll tell you how much of that we put in there. That is 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of thyme. You can do the fresh thyme as well. I normally do. Let's get some stuck inside. Well, I'm not really stuck inside. I choose to be inside because it's safer for me. And my secret ingredients. Alright. Chili powder. Chili powder. You definitely want to add a teaspoon of chili powder. Sprinkle it on there. Take your time. Mix it around. It smells so good. Wait until you start cooking. You're really going to love the way it smells. You really are. You're definitely going to love the way it smells. It doesn't take that long. So what we're going to add next is going to be a cup of chicken broth. That's a cup of chicken broth. All right, we have our chicken broth. We're gonna let that cook a little bit. We can turn that up a little bit because we want it to kind of like mix in. And let just sit a little bit. You see the mixture here? So mix that in a little bit. We definitely want to add our portobello mushrooms. I have 4 nice sized portobello mushrooms. Oh, it's really starting to smell really good. Add your portobello mushrooms, let them simmer a little bit. What I'm going to do is add some water for the Alfredo noodles, so we'll be able to get our noodles on. Sorry, I should have did that already. I do apologize for that, but I want that to simmer a little bit. All right. We are going to make our noodles for our chicken Alfredo. Going to add a little salt because you don't want it to stick together. And for your noodles, you are going to add some olive oil. Olive oil for your noodles here. Just a little bit. You want it not to stick. You want to make it so you can move it around and it won't stick on you. Got me? You got me. We got this. Yes. It's gonna be really good. I almost wish I ate chicken, but I don't. But my son does. My kids do. So, these are the things I try to do to, make sure we got this under control and we're doing it together. Yes, sir. We are doing this together. Smells good, huh? Well, I'm just saying, when you're in the kitchen and doing it yourself, you'll see that it smells really good when you mix it all together like that. Let the mushrooms cook a little bit. And what you want to do is, I have the Tyson chicken, so you want to add your piece of chicken in there. You can actually just put it in there, because I want it to get that taste to it. I want it to cook. I want it to simmer. So, you have a choice. You can either do the Tyson chicken, or just grilled chicken strips. They're already done. Or you can do the fresh chicken. Fresh chicken is better, but this is what we got. This is what we're working with. Okay? So, we have our chicken in there. So we're pretty much waiting on the chicken to cook a little bit. Let it cook. Then we're going to start adding our ingredients to it. Can you see that really good? I want to make sure you see the whole entire thing. Give me 1 second to move this over just a bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. Totally better. It's not about me. It's about the dish itself. So we have our chicken cooking. Well, it's pretty much already done unless you do the fresh chicken. And if you decide to do the fresh chicken, you just get the chicken breast without the skin and slice it. And then you put it in a little olive oil and just cook it. Just, let it cook really low. And that's how you do the fresh chicken. I'm pretty sure you know how to do that part. If you don't, just cut the strips up, the fresh chicken, season it a little bit. I normally like to use a little Creole seasoning. Now we are going to add a little bit of Creole seasoning to this because it gives it a nice little kick. But we're only going to do a half a teaspoon of the Creole seasoning because I love it in there. So we're just going to do, because it gives it a little kick. And I like my food with a little kick to it. Okay. So we're doing just a half a teaspoon of the Creole seasoning. Pretty much what we're doing. I love Diet Mountain Dew. All right. So, let's do a quick recap. Just a quick one here. So what did we do? We added a teaspoon of thyme. We added 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. 2 a teaspoon of chili powder. Got it. A tablespoon of parsley. Chicken base, 1/4 of a teaspoon. 2 tablespoons of shallot. A tablespoon of olive oil. 4 tablespoons of butter. It's cooking really good. So what am I going to do with this and I don't eat chicken? Well, what I'm going to do is call my kids and say, hey, guess what I cooked today? And they're going to say, I'm on my way. The doorbell will ring or something like that. Or probably just going to distribute it today. Make sure they get this chicken because I don't eat chicken. I don't. So it's simmering here. Gonna let that simmer. Turn it up just a bit. I want it to cook a little bit. Nice pan. Gotta get you one of this. It's called the Blue Diamond. It's really a nice pan. We're gonna add our noodles. But not right now. The water has to boil first. Then we're gonna add our noodles. So we're doing good. It's cooking good. It's bubbling. Let me pull it up so you can see. See, look at that. If I ate chicken, it would be on. But I haven't eaten meat in 3 years, so. Oh well. Looks good. What I'll do after this is probably make me another batch of the shrimp Alfredo, since that's all gone from yesterday. So that's cooking. It's doing its thing. We added 4 portobello mushrooms. Don't forget that. So the next thing I want to do while this is cooking, really smells good. And we did add a cup of chicken broth. Let's not forget that. We definitely did that. A cup of chicken broth. So all the things that we've added so far, we got that under control. Now, if you decide to do the fresh garlic, do 8 cloves of garlic. They're small anyway, so it's easy to mix up. Okay. Oh yes, it's starting to bubble there. See it? Do you see that? It's starting to mix. Really good. So while that's going, I'm just going to tell you the next thing that we're going to add. We are going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Just a 1/2 cup. But in doing so, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. We're going to mix those two together. Why did I mix it together? Because I need to add something to it. So, we are going to add, where's my cornstarch? We are going to add, in the 1/2 and 1/2 and the heavy cream, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Stir that in. And the reason why I do that is because I want my thickness. Stir that in. Mix it. All right, now let's blend it. There we go. We're starting to get that texture we want. Starting to get everything we want from it. Well, the little drops ain't gonna make a big difference, but it does. All right, we're gonna mix that in. That cornstarch is gonna give us that thickness that we want. So, oh, the water's boiling, so we can put our noodles in now. We're gonna keep an eye on this too because we don't want it to burn. That's why I had it down a little bit. Turn it down some more because when I was younger, I used to burn all. I burned my food a couple of times, but I perfected it now. I don't burn anymore. So we're gonna add our noodles. Normally went off the box already. Sorry about that. There we go. was that moving? See, we're starting to get the thickness in it. Gonna let that cook a little bit. Yes. There we go. My son, Jonathan, I make the shrimp Alfredo and the chicken Alfredo, and he said that he liked the chicken better than the shrimp Alfredo, so I decided to make another chicken Alfredo. That way, some days when I don't want to cook, I can just say, hey guys, remember I made that video? Just turn it on. Make it yourself. Make it yourself. I know, nothing like mom's cooking, but you know what I'm saying. You can do it. All right. Look at that. You see it's getting thick? God, I wish I ate chicken now. Kind of thinking about it. But it's been 3 years, so. There we go. I'm cool. I can make this with shrimp. And the next thing we're going to add, because we want to keep our texture going and keep the mixture going all at the same time, we are going to add a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Half a cup. Half a cup of the Parmesan cheese. And we are going to blend it. We're going to blend it. Oh, this is going to be delicious. All right, guys. It's doing what it needs to do. Gotta keep an eye on your noodles because you don't want them to stick. Nothing like noodles that stick. Not as good if they stick anyway. Not that good if they stick. Just move them around a little bit, break them up. So, we've added the Parmesan cheese. Now the next thing we're going to add is the Monterey Jack. A cup of Monterey Jack, 1 cup. It has a blend of Kobe and Monterey Jack, finely shredded. Sound like a commercial, don't I? Okay, I'm sorry. Just playing. I told her to play a lot. I try not to, but I just like to have fun. So we're adding our Parmesan, our Monterey Jack cheese in there. So we're just moving right along. Let's mix that up. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's getting thick. Yes it is. See? Oh, I think after this I'm gonna make me some more shrimp Alfredo. See, it's getting thick, and you see your cheese starting to come loose. Starting to blend. Yes, it is. I'm always keeping an eye. I hate when my noodles stick. They don't anymore. They used to when I was younger, though. But not anymore. Just have to take your time. Actually, cooking is just, I don't know. My mom used to cook all the time. She stayed in the kitchen. That was her. Oh, she was such an awesome cook, Mom. All right. The last thing we're going to add is mozzarella cheese. A cup of mozzarella cheese. So we're adding a cup of mozzarella cheese. Yeah, that should be enough for all my kids. All right, we have added everything we need to add. It didn't even take that long. I think the other meal that I cooked the other day was shrimp. It took a little bit longer. Yeah. Oh, that looks so good. All right, guys. So, Let me let you see it a little bit closer because I want you to see the whole meal here. That looks really good. It didn't even take that long, so I'm almost done. I was thinking, oh my God, it's gonna take me forever, but it did not. And I like the, I know I did the Parmesan, but the last little taste is the shredded Parmesan cheese. And that's a half a cup. So if you think you missed something, just rewind. The fresh Parmesan, that was the finishing touch on top. Just mix it a little bit. Oh, they are going to love this. Yes, they are. So, here we have it. Chicken Alfredo. Try it with the fresh meat if you want. The chicken breast, strip it, cut it in strips, and, you know, put a little oil in the bottom of the pan, season it a little bit with a little bit of Creole seasoning on your chicken, and a little bit of nature seasoning. It's really good. Okay, we're just going to check on our noodles. That's doing its own thing. Turn it down a little bit, let it simmer. They are awesome. We are almost done. Yes, we are. All right, we are almost done. Oh, I need some of my Diet Mountain Dew. Hold on. I need a little quick drink. We're doing awesome. Yeah, pretty much. That is chicken Alfredo. Once the noodles are done, we'll mix it all together. And we accomplished a goal today. Yes, we did. I'm proud of you guys. Yes, I am. Gotta let it cook a little bit. It's simmering, but let's let it cook. Check our noodles. Pretty much. All right. I'm gonna let the noodles cook a little bit, let that simmer a little bit, then I'm gonna put it all together for you and come back to you. Ready? We're gonna add them to the mixture here of our chicken Alfredo, and then we are all set. Let's do that. Let's do that now, and then we're all set, and we can sign off, and you can run to the store and get your ingredients. So let's mix this together. Start in the middle, because it makes it easy to mix it. Or you can do the traditional way and just put your noodles on a plate and then add your sauce. But I've been cooking for so long, I don't have time to do all of that. Plus, I'm just going to distribute it to my kids anyway. My babies. I mean, they're adults, but oh, it's going to be your babies if they're adults or not. Just do your babies. So, gonna mix that in. I'm gonna flip it. Doesn't it look good? It's really good. All right, now we have made chicken Alfredo. Mix it. Flip it so it'll just go in the middle. In the middle. Chicken Alfredo at its finest. Let's put some more noodles in there. I'm trying to make enough, right? All right, flip it. Looks really good. All right, guys. We have made chicken Alfredo. So, if you like it, and you want me to make more, like and subscribe and leave a comment. That's very important. Because I don't want to be doing this if you don't like it. I want you to like it. And if you do, then I'll do more. I love cooking, so please like and subscribe so I can do more. It's therapeutic. Just gonna put a little chicken Alfredo on a plate here. Oh, that looks good. I'll bring the camera close so you can see it. All right. See, there you have it. There you have it. Helena's Gray Chicken Alfredo. And it's going to be really good. You're going to enjoy it. I know you are. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video. Like and subscribe.